course Manufacturing Technology Second Unit 3rd Lecture 35 Special Purpose Lathe Machines Present Continue. Agenda for today present in this video tooling layout and cam design and automatic lathe machines. Okay, and other topic is the tool layout and cam design. Okay, and travel of the through duels and overlapping operations. These are topic is most important in this video. In this is the topic is small topic in the detail present in the video with details. The tooling layout. Tooling layout about I discuss this is I discuss for the tooling. The suppose that provided for the manufacturing operation is within the provided for the cooling purpose of some liquid okay, liquid metal, and the cooling of the cooling purpose of the flow of fluid flow on the workpiece and cut for the tools between the surface. Okay, the the main objective of the tooling is the remove for the of heat from the tools. Okay, and the tools and increase for the tool life. Okay, and the some of the other conjunctions of the heat remove for the workpiece and tool. Okay, the tools is the safe for the damage. Okay, and tool layouts. Some of the tools, all the tools, 1 2 3 and more tools are present in the layout. For the layout is the consisting of the nearby the CNC machines and head of CNC machines. Okay, and set for the tools given for the assumptions or number of the tools 1 2 3 4 etc are given for the order of the tools. Okay, and the tools the machines is given for the command is the computerized, and the machines also select for the number of tools. Okay, suppose that the cutting the thread making tools is acting on the uh, number of five tools the given for the machine CNC machines in the command 5, and the machines automatically selected for the tools thread cutting thread making tools. Okay, the machines is automatic machines is the perform selected for the tools and perform the manufacturing operation. The operation is the and given for the command of the value of x and y and z, and the six of directions the given for the value. Some of three values given for positive values of the uh, xyz, and 6 axis is the negative given for the value of the machines. In the x value is negative and y value is negative and z value is negative. All the value is given for by series 1 2 3, and okay, axis wise the machines is selected for the and perform the manufacturing operation one by one axis. Okay, the machines is the very strong, and the the layout or the batch productions system, and the some of purpose special purpose of some machines used in lathe machines, and the current lathe machines is the single point cutting tools machines. Okay, and one tools is but machine is the perform one time is the more operations. Okay, and the tool travels through the tool travels there the depend on the uh, cut for the metal on cut for the metal of the workpiece, and the two machines is also, and the workpiece is depend the material cutting operation, it depend on the motion of the tools and reciprocating motions and the rotary motion of the tools. Okay, and reciprocating motion is the forward and backward motion, and the rotary motion of the tool is select, and the rotary motion is given for the workpiece and cylindrical workpiece. Okay. Mm. Through the duals, and the duals is the so present for the angle of cut, duals angle. Okay, and duals angle is the also you duals angle on the tools work perform of the dual angles. Okay, the dual angle is the work perform on the depend upon the work of the crankshaft design. Okay, crankshaft design is the the very typical operation performed on this crankshaft job. Okay, and the step by step the design change for the of the machines of the work performed to the dual angle or overlapping of the operation. Suppose that the workpiece is the length is very high, and the length is very high, and the machines small. The workpiece overhanging on the some part of a job is the overhanging on the machines. Okay, the to the tooling layout and the cam design automatic lathe machines. Okay, and the tools layout and cam design for the job constitute of the permanent plan for the order of the methods of the machining operation necessary to produce it. Suppose that the machines is the one type of machines were performed the constituted and the cam designs. Cam design is also perform the design purpose of the angles. Okay, and for the job constitute of the permanent plan, this is the one was select for the machines in the one times of given for the dual angle set for the dual angle, and machine perform the rapidly again to again of the cut for the metal on the dual angles, and other for the method of the machining operation, and with the dual angle and with the performed to the other machining operation of the machines is the necessary to produce it for the complete for the operation, and um, job is the very smooth surface achieved in this operation. Accuracy and cost of manufacturing are are largely depend on the efficient of layout. The accuracy the manufacturing operation, and the cutting of accuracy of the surface, and cost of the manufacturing, the cost of the manufacturing cost of the job is the sufficient, and the medium the it depend on the plant layout, direction of plant location, and okay, plant location is the select for the very depend upon the all the assumptions of the some waters powers okay, and nearby the related industry, and banking systems, and the educational systems, and other some of a healthcare sector, all the present nearby the plant location. Okay, and the the efficiency of layout is the following steps are recommended while the planning of layout for automatic length. Uh, all the automatic length machines is the very very high speed of the very high speed performed to the manufacturing operation and determine the sequence of operation. The machines is also step by step cut for the metals and the sequence and operation. Suppose that machines is the also uh, perform is of the machines is performed to the turning operation, and second is the facing us, and last is the thread making on the surface of the machines. Okay, and other step 2 is the machines, and Step 2. Choose the available standard tooling and for the possible and some of workpiece is not need for the tooling, okay, and only for purpose of the tools is the perform in the very short operation, okay, not required for the tooling of the tools, okay. And this other part is the third part, decide on any possible design for special tooling and absolutely necessary some of the component in need for the tooling of the purpose. Suppose that the workpiece is the very long and tools work perform the very times, and this is the need for the remove for the heat of the tools and workpiece both, okay. And the workpiece tools is the increase for the tool life and the economics increase of the industry. The and other part is the fourth part, check and movement of each the tools in conjugated of the workpiece is the machines. And suppose that the tool check is the also provided the rotary motion of the workpiece and holding for the workpiece or each of the tool in conjugated with the workpiece for machining. And the all the holding of machines, holding of machine is the holding for the job and provided to the rotary motion, and tool is the select for the feed rate, and the tool post also help provided by the tool post, and tool is the provided for the feed of the direction of tools and other operations, okay. Arrange for any overlap of operation to reduce the total cycle time. Suppose that the one cycle time is the also total time of the perform to the batch production, okay. Suppose that the step by step for the manufacturing operation required for the one of the batch of the select for the 10 jobs and 5 jobs and 20 jobs, okay. And the total cycle time of the need for the one job or need for complete for one job is need for the time, and select for the all the batch total time, okay. Hmm. Calculate the spacing required on the periphery. Suppose that the one job is the long and small job. All the job perform on the perform on need for the space of according to the length of the jobs and length of the job, and machine is the also perform the very suitable work, okay. Draw the tool's layout and cam details with the verified tool movement and the clearance. Suppose that the tools also backward and forward motion is the tools and workpiece in between the clearance of the some of small gaps, okay. The tool is easily moved for the forward and backward motion, okay. Do not safe of the workpiece and tools also safe, okay. And tool layout, the making of the kernel screw used for the single spindle automatic machine tool is, okay. The suppose that the sum of the elements used in the machines and screw used for the single spindle machines is automatic machines, and the machines only for controlled by numerical control machines, okay. Numerically value in given for the output input of the computer keywords and keyboards of the machine keypad, and the machines is also select for given for the output, okay. So the it requires operation like external turning and drilling and threading all the perform of the machine of the CNC machine according to the mm, and the required operation like the external external turning, okay, external turning operation in need for the external turning tools, okay, and internal turning operation is need for the machines or the internal turning tools, and from the perform this work. Drilling operation, in this operation we use in the drilling tools, okay, in the lathe machines. And threading, suppose that threading, making for the uh, thread threads of the on the jobs is also required for the machines, is the also select for the thread tools, okay. And the typing so the knurling operation and parting operation, both are same operations, but knurling operation is also select for the sum of generate for the sum of rough surface of the workpiece, and okay, and the sum of the following is the sequence of which are the carry out. Some of point discussed for the other part. The part first, the bar is feed against a stop located in the first turn position, okay. The bar is a bar. Suppose that I say that bar is the workpiece, okay, and suppose that very long length of the bar is the medium, and the diameter of the bars, okay, some of the uh, combined for the say that the one is the job, okay, and against for the stop located in the first turn of positions, index the turn, and through the turn the large diameter using on the overhanging turning attachment, okay. The suppose that all the torrent and through rough turn large diameter need for the jobs, and overhanging the turning attachment of the job and the tools. Index of the torrent and kernel for external diameter, used for the knurling tools and located in the thread of position. Suppose that the one tools is also select for the knurling operation, and the sum of tools is and the fix for the internal and external of the holding of the jobs, okay. And other is the also need for the required for the jobs, and the other is the purpose of the work performed to the index the current drills and small holes are need to the machines and set for the jobs and other components. Mm, index the current and the sum of index in the set for the drilling tools and drilling tools, small hole creating for the need for the small tools, and the medium to the operation for perform to the medium holes, and the select for the medium tools, and large holes need for the job operation performed to the large diameter of the jobs, and the select for the large drilling tools, okay. And the increase for and defeat upon the twisting drills and locate in the fourth turned positions, okay. All the position is select for the tools depend on different diameters, okay. And the drilling tools is the small drilling holes, and large drilling holes are milling some of the one or more drilling operation is consisting of the tool tools in the brain of the CNC machines, and the machines is also select for the and given for the command of the tools, and select for the automatic tools, and performed to the work of the machines. Cam design, some of these factors is very important, and the machine is also perform on this work. Okay, the cam is the dual angles and the cam design. The carry out for the cam design, it is the necessary to consider the operation sequence is the gear detail for the determines. Okay, the mm, cam is the also select for the increase for the dual angles. Okay, suppose that this is the small or some of the dual angle is present for the this is the one select for the one cam angle, and this is the angle is also select for the operation. Okay, this is the increase for the cutting operation. This is the dual form. Okay, this is the dual angles, this is the dual angles. Okay, this suppose that increase in order for the angles, the amount of moment to be provided for each of the tools together with the relative to motion and relative to motion achieved for necessary part of geometry. I the perform to all the tools. Okay, tools geometry is the very important for the check and the consider for the sum of assumptions is before perform to the operation. Okay, and the and the for the purpose of few details need to be locked into the before of actual and design tool travel for through. Suppose that one tools is also select is the travels of the tools is the uh, in the forward direction and backward direction. Okay, this is forward direction and this is the backward direction. Okay, this is the backward direction. Okay, and therefore the actual design tools. Okay, tools is the select for the design and machine is performed to the work is the given for the sum of command in the computer screen and the machine keyword keypad. Okay, in each stand for the distance of the tools must be travel. Select for the I need to for the suppose that I this is the job. Okay, this is the job and the I perform to the I choose for the this is position is performed to the operation. Okay, and perform to the operation, and this is the forward direction of tools motion and this is the backward direction. The metal cut for the this is position, the metal is the cut for the position, the metal is the tools is also select for the one direction of cutting tools. This is given for the tools is motion and cut for the metals, but not written. This is the written motion written of the tools in positions. Okay, and the determine the carefully considering the components in drawing uh, often the large scale drawing of the component large scale for the need of the twist in the direction the motion. Suppose that the suppose the workpiece, this is the workpiece is the rotator for the this is the chuck of the machines. Okay, this is chuck. The chuck is the also provided the rotary motion of the workpiece. This is the rotary motion of the workpiece and tool is selected for the work performed to the work. Okay, this is the tools is performed to the point of the tools. Okay, and the large drawing of the component is the this is this is the center of the jobs. Okay, this is the pillar to the axis of the mouse and tools feed is the direction of the pillar to the axis of job rotation. Okay, and normally for amount of wiring for between the 0.125 and to 0.180 180 mm, sometimes more, and some of the component also select for the of the design and depend upon the component drawing and normally add amount the wiring between the of the other of the machines is computerized figure for provided and approach so that the tools when under the control of the mark. Suppose that some of the tools is controlled for automatically the work is performed to the machine is the completely, and the machine is automatically stop, and the tools is the automatically the stop position, okay, and the machine is rest. Duels with the number of operation to the tools is given for the duel, so that spanning the curves of the cutting force may be eliminated and the correct size of obtained. suppose that the Suppose that the the cutting force is need for the jobs of the provided for the tools and cut for the metal of the workpiece, and the machine's spindle is the dose for various form of 1 to 8 depending upon the actual operation and the machines, okay. So overlapping operations, suppose that overlapping operation overlapping operations, a problem in entered with the majority of automatic lathe layouts arise when the planning is to be done, for the simultaneously use of the tools and some of the both across side of the terrain. Suppose that some of the generate for the turning operation, and turning operation the tool is automatically turned to on the surface of the workpiece for the materials is the remove for the small chips positions, okay, and to the and the majority automatically lathe machines is the arise when the planning of the machine. Suppose that mm, to be for the simultaneous some of the sometime is the performed to the one or more operation of the machines, and tools is placed for both of across the cross slide of the front leg. But the when the considering the over overlapping of one more, the suppose that the machines, this is the machine bed, okay. This is the size of machine bed, and but the sum of performed to the workpiece is the very large. Workpiece is the very large, and this is the portion of workpiece is the overhanging. I say that position is the overhanging of the job, okay. I say that the overlapping, this overhanging and overlapping of one or more stage, okay, one or more stage in the production cycle, okay. Suppose that one production cycle is cyclic start for the one production cycle is the a complete for the one or more jobs, one more jobs in the production cycle is achieved for increase in the whole output. The production cycle is the cycle in perform to the one or more jobs in this operation for complete for wash form, okay. And the sum of the total objective of this operation is the increase for the output of the output of the machines, and increase the efficiency of the machines, okay. All the some of the steps is the start for the operation and before planning, okay. Over the overlapping operations, okay. Some of the perform to the tools in overlapping operation, as example for the current some screw for the uh, to be produced from the brass, and okay, this is the brass operation for the 60 diameter for the analysis of component given for the sequence of operations, okay. This is operation and tools and tool position, okay. And some of the okay, this is the first select for the tools it turn and external diameter of uh, select for the command is given for the machines is the tools. Okay, the operation is for the and M8. Okay, this is command given for the machine and tool. The machines is also tools hollow milling. Okay, and the tool position is turn tools. Okay, and some of operation is the knurling operation for select for the operation, and tool is the knurling tools. Okay, given for the command of machine is the select for the knurling tools, and the tools position is turn tool. Okay, cut the external threads. Okay, cut the external thread on the workpiece. This is operation, and tools is select for the threading dice. Okay, and threading dice, yeah, dice threading making of tools. Okay, and this tools position is the turret positions, and some of other is the form author is the design from the head shape. This is the head shape. Okay, of the workpiece is making for the head is very small, and the tool is select tool from the tools. Okay, and the tool position rear cross slide. Okay, rear cross slide of the tools. Okay, second fifth operation select for the parting of operation is the select for the tools is the parting of tools. Okay, parting of tools and front cross slide. This is the front cross slide of the tools positions. For the workpiece work material free cutting brass at the feed rate of 0.5 mm per revolution, 0.5 mm per revolution, and the spindle speed is the 100 200 11 2100 rpm has been selected. The view of the small diameter of the component, the machines is this is all the operations, some of all the operations and the tools also operation, and the tools is also were performed, and the tool position is the select for all the tools is different tools, and the different operation used in. Okay, and the machine this is operation performed to the machine rotation or okay, the tool of the machines for the of the feed rate is 0.15 mm per revolution, and the spindle speed is the 11 2100 rpm has been selected for the view of the small diameter of the component. All the in these machines designed for the small component of the part. Okay, and the other is the perform to the operation and overhanging operation for the calculate the tools travel for the of approaches for this are select for the sum of the tools is the hollow milling tools. Okay, and the this is the first operation, and the approach for the cutting tools 20 to 0.4. Okay, approach is given for the 0.4 mm, and second is the cutting for the operation 18.6. I finish position finish position need for the job this, and the rough surface is cut for the metal is this. The tool travels is the 19.5 mm, and second operation is the knurling tools. The knurling tools approach is of the machines is 1.5 mm, and the length of the knurling is the 6 mm and overturned for the 1.6 mm, and tool travel for the 9.2 mm. Okay, 9.2 mm are some other present for the other is the operation and thread tools. This is the thread tools approach for the is thread tools is performed to the operation for approach is given for the tools is 0.7 mm, and the length of the thread. Suppose the length here the length of thread is the 16.16 mm, and total travel of tools is 16 to 23 mm, and the farming tools. Some farming tools also select for approach is the 0.25 mm, and cutting for the metals is the 0.5 to 16 okay, and the of the cutting for the 4.4 mm, and travels of tools is the 4.25 mm. And second other operation is parting operation. Parting parting for the tools, parting for the approach, cut for the position 4.25 mm, and cutting for the metals, okay, 0.5 into the 60 to okay 16, yeah, 8 for the metal, cut for the 4 mm, and the allowances of travel angle 1.40 mm, and overrun for the 0.4 mm, and total travels of 10.05 mm, okay. All the operations select for the sum of positions and approach for the tools, and select for the operation three step operation complete of the one operation. This is the total cycle time, okay. This is the complete for one operation is the all the approaches completely for the operation. And overlapping operation for a second step, the covered for the tool travel in terms of number of revolution of the workpiece for the deciding on the feed rate. Suppose that the one tools is select for the hollow milling tools, okay. Hollow millings are need for the operation. The revolution is 19. This is the operation for select for the 19 divided by 0.15, okay. This is value for given 127, okay. Knurling tools, and select for the knurling tools, assume to the feed rate is the 0.50 mm per revolution for the running on which of the 1.0 mm per revolution and running off the tools, and okay, and revolutions for running on the 9.2 upon 0 okay, 9.2 Vajag divide divide for the 0.5, okay. The given for the value is 19, and second revolution for running off the 9.2.1, and they go for 1 10, and threading operation for the die of the tools, okay. The given for the command is the M8 thread pitch, okay. One select for the thread pitch is 1.25 mm, and number of threads is the 16 divided by this 16 is the select for standard value, okay. And the divide by 1.25 is the given for the value is the 12.8. Suppose the value is approximate, select for the 13. The revolution equal to number of threads plus approach. Number of threads is the 13, and given for approach is the 5, given there the thread making for the 18. The the threading operation need to be door done at the lower cutting speed and compared to the outer operation. Hence, the knee of the corrections ratio for 5, and the actual revolution of the required for is the 90, okay. Other operation is also select for the operation is the very conformance of the tools, okay. The overhang operation are also for performing tools, okay. Some of the operation for the perform to the forming operation. A feed rate is this is operation is the sum of assumption is the 0.06 mm revolution of feed, the select first feed rate assume to this operation, and revolution of approach a 4 point select for the assumptions for the 4.25 is divided by the 0.06. Okay, the given for the value of the tool is 71, and total revolution is the 81. Total revolution is 81. This is the total of the operation completed. And parting tools, this is the parting tool also in this operation. Select for feed rate is 0.13 per revolution, and approach for by the approach select for approach is the 0.06 per revolution for cutting. The revolution of the advancing for the 4.25 upon 0.13 is the given for the value is the 33, and the revolutions of the cutting, revolution for advancing, revolution for cutting. Okay, the 5.8 to the value of divided by 0.06 is the by find out the value of the 9.97. Okay, and total revolution is the 130. Okay, 130. The step third, the check for any possibility of the overlapping operation is the very accuracy, and the given for the reading of the operation complete for according to the given for input of the machines, and the all the reading is the completely, and the compo always were very limited of possibilities, and hence the overhanging operation is the completely for the very smart operations. Okay, all the sum of examples is the present for this operation, and select for the tools and command for the operation. Okay, the thank you so much.